previous video, you learned the qualifications needed by a translator. As you begin your search for a translator, the confusion continues. Should you use a freelancer or a service? What is the difference? How do you know you're getting a fair price? In this lesson, we will look specifically at the mechanics of using a freelance translator. Translation can be costly and time-consuming. At the most basic level, there are 3 essential roles: translator, instructional designer or technical writer, or possibly both, and at least one reviewer.
I am a language expert. My job is to comprehend and translate written messages from one language to another. My goal is to produce text that carries the same meaning as the original one.
We are the technical writer and instructional designer. Usually we provide the materials to be translated, manage the integration of the translation, and ensure the material is of the same quality as the original. Sometimes a project manager will do this, but project managers do not usually have the technical skills and software required.
I am the reviewer. This requires both subject matter expertise and knowledge of the language of translation. I am responsible for making sure the translator used the appropriate terminology, and the intent of the material was captured correctly.
If you think that is a lot of people, and try to take a shortcut, beware. Translation shortcuts can be disastrous. You hired a freelance translator, and you have the rest of your team together. What is this going to cost? I'll walk you through the cost. This example looks at translating 45 minutes of e-learning. There are costs for translation, audio, an instructional designer, and a reviewer. Typically, translation is quoted per word, although the translator might use another unit. There could also be additional project management costs. In this situation, the instructional designer is providing a Word doc for translation. We will discuss in greater detail in later videos how to prepare documents for translation. This document has 22,077 words. This translator charges 14 cents per word for a total translation cost of $3,091. This course has voiceover narration that must be recorded. Usually audio is quoted by finished minute. For this example, I used a total cost of $2,000 for 45 minutes of audio. The instructional designer's ID's cost is based on the number of hours it takes for the ID to prepare the document, manage the project, and integrate the translation into the project. Remember, even if the ID is employed by your company, the ID's time still costs money. This e-learning course has 47 slides, and it takes the ID 6 minutes per slide to prepare the materials for translation. At a rate of $30 per hour, the total ID cost is $9,365. In a properly run translation process, you should have the material reviewed by a native language speaker. The reviewer estimated 14 hours at a rate of $56 per hour. For this project, the reviewer adds another $784. The total to translate this project using only a translator, a voice talent for audio, an ID, and a reviewer is $15,240 for a 45-minute course. The total cost of this project may have you gasping for breath. Remember, too, that we have not considered where the e-learning resides, and we will not consider it in subsequent examples. Whatever platform the course or material sits on, be it an LMS or web page, the platform also must be translated. Although many platforms have language interfaces built in, do not leave this out of your planning considerations. Take heart. I will be showing you ways to maximize efficiency and lower costs in subsequent videos. Stay tuned for the next video in the series, The Role of the Instructional Designer and Technical Writer. Thanks for watching.